Ryder White sat here and told us. See, she knows. She's privy to it. Ryder White sat there and told us that the year Bobby Petrino came, if Vick would have stayed at quarterback, they would have went to the Super Bowl. He said everything was clicking that offseason. Vick was studying. Vick was on top of things. His offense was catered to make the Falcons go. I believe Roddy.
Now Vick told us that. Yeah. Vick said
so
that.
y'all heard the same thing.
Vick said
so
that.
You're not being fair because Matt Ryan didn't win us no Super Bowl. Matt Ryan didn't have the balls enough to call it audible and say run the ball.
So now you crapping on Matt Ryan?
No, I'm not.
You just said he didn't have balls enough to call.
No, you putting words in my mouth.
You just said that.
You said he had Dookie Wayne. You said he had Dookie Wayne.
You just said that.
What I'm trying to say.
You literally just said it.
Let me talk.
Man, the cameras. Where's the cameras? Okay, right here.
And so look, he's throwing me off. That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't have balls enough to change the.
Just said it twice, but he didn't say it.
What I'm trying to say is we're comparing Michael Vick to Matt Ryan. It's a different story. Michael Vick didn't have a chance to finish his Falcon tenure because,
Who fault is that?
Because that was his fault.
Who fault is that?
Because it was some ninja shit.
Michael, wait a minute.
Culture, man.
Here's what Mike Vick told us.
Doing stuff with his friends.
Here's what Mike.
You don't like. Never mind.
You know what Mike Vick told us? The worst thing he did in Atlanta wasn't the dog fighting. He said he was always the last one in
and the first one out.
Yeah. There you go.
Now,
I'm not saying that.
Now, just think about that for Mike Vick. Yeah, he was exciting, but he said his work ethic was horrible.
But have I not been complaining on the whole podcast about Mike Vick?
You don't get kudos for that. You don't get extra cereal on Saturday morning for part two. Now you want a pat on the back.
Those are more cereal than that.
What I'm trying to say is,
get 2 bowls of cereal. Yes, Brian.
I just wish we got a chance to see him play with Bobby Petrino, man. I think he was mature enough. He was getting to that age enough to where we would have won a Super Bowl with him. I ain't no doubt in my mind if Vick wouldn't have got caught up in that mess, we wouldn't have won a Super Bowl with him.
So you blame O too?
So look,
I blame who?
Oh, his boy for not taking the fall.
Hell yeah!
Oh, you should have took the fall, bro. Now look, I'm on record, and I told Mike this. Somehow, everybody should have got in the room. Like, we knew all this stuff was coming down. Somebody should have been like, well, he should have said, okay, besides me, who else in here can generate $100 million?
Exactly.
Nobody, right? Okay, we're going to put everybody's name in the hat. And whoever name we pull out.
Barry Bond did it.
You did all of it.
You did all of it, and I'm going to pay you when you get
I'm going to take care of you.
You straight.
Because don't nobody else in here run 4-2. Can't nobody else in here throw the ball 80 yards. I told him.
And what did he say?
He just started laughing.
But you know what? I don't even think he would have got away with it because everything in his name, it went down on a deeper level.
But the other dude was snitching on him.
But I do say this. Now, I do say this. When you have somebody like Arthur Blank in your pocket, and the man tell you, right now, tell me everything that happened right now.
If he'd have told him everything, I think he would have got off.
Yeah, he would have got off because this is.
And if nothing else, he would have stayed in Atlanta.
But
Blank would have kept him in Atlanta.
But this is where when you have people like that, you gotta monetize them friendships. You gotta say he would have been like
the man.
I know to talk
on the sideline in the wheelchair.
All that stuff would have went away.
Which to me is one of the more embarrassing Falcon moments.
It was, but after Blake pushed him in the wheelchair, it was in Dallas.
It was in Dallas. How was that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Vick, but when I saw our owner wheeling him out in a wheelchair, I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Will there be any accountability when you are getting wheeled out by the owner? Come on, dog. Yeah. What you gonna be doing next? You gonna be giving him his pads for his groin? What you gonna be doing? My God, what's gonna be happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't protect the man in every situation. No. What's gonna be happening?
But yeah,
and Vick, my dude, like I say,
love some Vick now.
Love my bro.
Oh, of course, man. Vick was that guy.
Just like, dude, you had too much talent. You had so much. I hate the word potential. I think it's the worst word in the world. But that guy, if he had just focused and locked in, but that's why he became a better quarterback. When he left, when he got injured, because now he had to take. They took everything from him.
He sat out for 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And now he got to see. Okay. I blew that $100 million.
And then he had somebody who really knows how to coach quarterbacks.
And so the question to answer the question is, it's not fair. Matt Ryan didn't win the Super Bowl for us. Nor did Vick.
Matt Ryan took it out. Vick never did.
Vick almost did.
Almost.
We went to the NFC Championship.
Vick didn't win no MVP.
We went to the NFC Championship
Vick
game.
didn't win no MVP.
And what he just said was true.
Lost in Philadelphia.
We wouldn't have lost if you'd have put his time in the study books.
Who fault is that?
That's Vick's fault.
Matt Ryan was always prepared.
So why we didn't win?
Matt Ryan played defense?
No.
Matt Ryan played
It wasn't
defense?
defense that lost us that game.
We was up 25 points, man.
It wasn't the defense that lost us that game.
We didn't score a point.
Hold on, what?
It wasn't
The defense didn't play a part of that game?
So
Kyle Shanahan lost us that game.
y'all tripping.
Kyle Shanahan lost us that
Man,
game.
the defense gave
We're
up.
playing against one of the best quarterbacks ever.
Man, the
And you
defense,
up 28-3.
the defense gave up, what, 32
The offense
points?
gave up the ball so
Remind
much
me
the
to send
defense
you the
couldn't
picture,
breathe.
man.
Listen.
You're bringing it up
The
again.
defense gave up 32
After
points.
the offense going
the
3 and
end-
out, fumbling,
from
the offense goes
5 minutes left in the third quarter.
We just
to the beginning of overtime,
we
gave
just talked about
32
this.
Yeah.
We just talked about this.
Come on, man.
The offense didn't give the defense a chance to catch their breath.
Yeah, man.
What?
It's rough up in these streets, man.
What?
Kyle Shanahan lost us the game.
It's not one person. It's multiple people who lost.
I'm
it.
Kyle Shanahan is the person
Jake Matthews is number one.
jumped off sides.
No, he didn't.
He did jump off
He didn't
sides.
jump. You can't jump off sides on offense. That's Jake
False
Matthews.
start.
He didn't false start. I don't know
What did he do?
why you won't listen to me.
Holding.
You just throwing out stuff.
He was at the game.
Trying to make me be wrong.
He was at the game. Remember, he was in.
Yeah, he was.
He was in Houston.
Cussing, calling Lady Gaga names. Like, cussing Lady Gaga.
What you got against Lady Gaga? What you do to him?
Halftime took 50 minutes. Damn, I'm ready for. I was at halftime, man. We finally gonna have a parade. We about to win. Get off the stage, bitch. Please.
Jesus.
There he goes again.
Gaga's just sitting there.
I did not know he was gonna take this.
Gaga catching strays out
I
here.
thought he was just gonna lay it up.
bro.
He dunked it.
Dunked it.
Let me tell you something.
Dominique dunked
Let me tell you. It was a bunch of people. Number one on my list, me personally, hey, people might not agree. I blame Jake Matthews, number one. You want to
But
know
on that
why?
same play.
Hold on, bro. I'm not talking about one play. Jake Matthews knocked us out of scoring range on 2 separate holding calls. We were in field goal range on 2 separate occasions that his hold knocked us out of field goal range twice. That's 2 attempts that if all he didn't have to hold and we would have stayed at that same yardage, even if they lost a yard or 2,
field goal.
not 10, they could have kicked the field goal. So I put him number one. Number 2, I got to give it to Kyle Shanahan because in the moment, Kyle Shanahan didn't think clearly and didn't call on his Hall of Fame or whatever his dad may be for his championships and his role and say, you know what, let me do what my dad might do. Let me depend on this running game. Because if the Broncos didn't do nothing else in their way to those 2 championships, boy, they ran the rock.
But you got to blame Dan Quinn. too.
I'm not done.
Oh, my bad.
I'm not done.
Get him, Trey.
Number
Get him,
3.
Trey. Get him, Trey.
Number 3, Dan, get your cousin Quinn Snyder up out of here too. Dan Quinn.
I don't
Get
blame
all the Quinn. I blame Dan Quinn because Dan Quinn should have intervened and stepped in
me
and
say
said,
this. Let me
"Now
say
hold
this.
on,
You gotta
I'm
run the
not
ball.
done.
You gotta run the ball."
I'm not done, tight hat. I'm not done." This man should have said, he should have stepped in and said, "Kyle, I want to run it right here.
We got to run.
I want to run it right here.
Gotta run
I
it.
want to run the ball." Then, number 4, I have to give some blame to Matt Ryan in number 4. Number 1, I don't know if he just thought Devontae should have seen Hightower blitzing off the side or if Matt didn't see it. Either way, that blitzer should have been seen and pointed out.
No.
And then on the sack, Matt didn't, I don't know way, it was nothing he could have done about the sack. It was no way he could have gone. If you look at the replay, pressure came up the middle, pressure came off the end by Jake Matthews again.
No.
Jake Matthews, and then Matt Ryan had nowhere to go. And then after that, I blame the defense. Defense probably got to.
All right.
So that's my pecking order.
All right.
And and I forgot, and B. Rich for being at the game, cussing Lady Gaga out.
That was bad juju, man. You can't be doing that to Gaga.
Terrible energy.
You can't do
Terrible
that to
energy,
Gaga.
my boy.
So look, so I'm gonna pick through his theory, right? So Kyle Shanahan is the reason we lost the game. No matter what Jake Matthews did, no matter none of that.
So,
Because at the end of the
so a
day,
player that holds when a coach calls a play, that's the coach's fault, right? When y'all wanted him
Hey,
to
man,
run the
I'm
ball.
talking, it's my turn.
Hold on. Y'all wanted him to run the ball, right?
All right.
Y'all want him to run the ball.
Can I talk?
Hold on, just let me tell you
had
this.
your talking
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
I don't want to hear it.
One of those plays was a running play.
Okay, can I talk?
One of those holding calls came on a running play.
Dan Quinn is the most. I like him because he knows how to pick talent.
He want to be the man for
and he's a great delegator, and he lets people do their jobs. So I don't blame him for that. He said, "Hey, I hired you for that. You do your thing, Kyle." All right. He gave him every opportunity to just handle his business. All right. He didn't fuck with him the rest of the year. He didn't bother him then. Everything was going good. It's Kyle Shanahan fought his ego. He wanted to put it on the Patriots, man. He wanted to put it on them. So the play that's in question, Tyler Gamer was wide open, man. Wide open for a touchdown.
We didn't talk about it. You talking about the blitz play?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it didn't happen.
What about the run play with Jake Matthews held that Kyle Shanahan called a run play?
On that same play, Mohamed Sanu was face man.
That's two different plays I'm talking about, B. Rich.
Okay, well. Why didn't he run the ball?
Do you want to go rewatch the game? I'll send you the link on YouTube.
I believe you.
I don't want to see it no more.
But all I'm
Hey, look, I have watched this game about 20 times.
all I'm trying to say is when Julio made that
that's how I
catch,
know
when
this
Julio
right
made
here.
that catch,
One of the greatest catches.
we should one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history, man. They should have just ran the ball to let you
Run it
run.
out.
That's it. That's
Run it
it.
out.
That's it.
Let
Who
me
fault
tell
that
you.
is?
Let me tell you.
Who fault that is?
I bet you.
So what
if
you
you
saying?
get Dan Quinn, boy, you can put him in one of those traps like they have on Saw, boy, where your life about to be over. And I bet if they asked him, what's one thing you would do differently? Tell the truth and you'll get loose. Lie and you'll die. I bet you that man's answer and 100% truth would be, I should have stepped in and told my offensive coordinator to run the ball.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
And
too.
the only reason I agree with that because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna say Kyle Shanahan lost the game. It's Dan Quinn because you're the head coach.
Actually,
but
you're the head coach.
But
crazy
every
is-
Falcon fan say Kyle Shanahan.
what's crazy, Kyle got promoted to a head coaching job.
And has done it twice
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl.
And Dan got demoted. Now he got a new head coaching job.
that?
Before, he went to defense coordinator. Hey, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm glad we got that out.
So look, we
That's a group.
look, we
got that out.
getting near the end. We only have so much time left.
It's time.
And hey man, look, can we give it up again for Crystal, man?
All right, hey.
Shout out. Happy birthday, Cuzzo.
Happy birthday.
Scorpios, number one zodiac sign.
Thank you.
Scorpios. Number one zodiac sign in the whole world.
You
Everybody.
done told a Mickey Picky lie.
That's not true.
You done told a lie, sir.
You can Google that. You can Google greatest zodiac sign. It's
Hold on,
gonna be Scorpio.
He's gonna say Gemini.
They gonna say Scorpio.
Gemini.
Scorpio. We invented these seasons. We invented seasons. Nobody started having seasons to Scorpio. We started the season thing. Give us our credit. It started Scorpio.
Y'all poisonous.
They don't do that research. That's okay. Let's get to it.
Scorpios are poisonous.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Hey, Crystal, can I ask you a question and the rest of the Scorpios? On Christmas, what's the reason you celebrate Christmas?